You cannot think your way out of a survival state. Your prefrontal cortex is offline, so stop analyzing your thoughts and start changing your physiology. Imagine standing inside a burning building. The heat is rising, the smoke is filling your lungs, and the structural beams are cracking. In that moment, would you stand perfectly still, close your eyes, and repeat the phrase, "I am safe, I am fireproof," over and over again? Of course not. You would run. You would act. Yet this is exactly what millions of us do when anxiety hits. We try to use logic to fight a biological reaction designed to bypass logic entirely. We try to affirm our way out of a nervous system that is screaming danger.
To understand why positive thinking fails during panic, we must look at the architecture of the brain. When you are calm, your prefrontal cortex, the CEO of your brain, responsible for logic, language, and reasoning, is in charge. But the moment your amygdala detects a threat, whether real or perceived, it hits the emergency override button. This is survival mode. Evolutionarily, this mechanism is brilliant. It prepares you to fight or flee without wasting time thinking. But in modern life, this means your thinking brain effectively goes offline. Trying to reason with yourself in this state is like trying to upload a software update to a computer that has no power supply. The hardware simply isn't listening. Psychologists distinguish between top-down and bottom-up processing. Top-down is when your mind tells your body to calm down. It's you saying, "Relax, it's just an email." But in high-stress states, the traffic on the neurological highway changes direction. It becomes strictly bottom-up. Your body creates sensations, a racing heart, shallow breath, tight chest, and sends that data up to the brain. The brain then interprets these physical signals as catastrophic reality. If your heart is pounding, your brain concludes there must be a threat. No amount of positive affirmation can convince the brain otherwise, as long as the body is sending distress signals. You are fighting a losing battle against your own biology. The culprit and the cure lie in the vagus nerve. This massive nerve is the data superhighway connecting your brain to your major organs. Here is the critical statistic. Roughly 80% of the fibers in the vagus nerve are afferent, meaning they send information from the body to the brain. Only 20% go the other way. This is scientifically why mind over matter is often a myth in trauma therapy. Your body has a louder voice than your mind. If your diaphragm is tight and your gut is churning, that 80% of data is screaming emergency to your brain. Until you change the input coming from the body, the brain cannot change its output of anxiety. So, what is the solution? You must stop talking to your brain and start speaking to your body. This is called somatic intervention. You need to manually deactivate the alarm system. This can be as simple as the physiological sigh, 2 quick inhales through the nose, followed by a long, slow exhale through the mouth, or splashing ice-cold water on your face to trigger the mammalian dive reflex, which instantly lowers your heart rate, shaking your limbs to discharge excess adrenaline. These aren't just quirks, they are biological commands. You are hacking the system from the bottom up, forcing the body to send a safety signal back up to the brain.
Watch what happens when you commit to the physical work first. As you regulate your breathing and loosen your muscle tension, the vagus nerve begins to transmit a new message. We are safe. The amygdala stops pulsing. The alarm bells silence. And slowly, like a computer rebooting after a crash, your prefrontal cortex comes back online. The fog lifts. Your logic returns. You regain the ability to see perspective, to analyze, and to plan. This is the biological prerequisite for clarity. You didn't think yourself calm. You acted yourself calm.
Does this mean affirmations and cognitive therapy are useless? Absolutely not, but timing is everything. Trying to use cognitive tools during a survival response is like trying to build a roof before you've laid the foundation. Once you have regulated your nervous system through somatic practices, then your affirmations can land. Then you can reframe your thoughts. When the body is calm, the mind becomes a fertile garden ready for seeds of positivity. But if the ground is burning, nothing you plant will grow. Sequence matters more than content. The next time you feel the walls closing in, do not engage in a debate with your intrusive thoughts. Do not try to argue with your anxiety. Stop. Drop into your body. Breathe. Move. Touch. Cold water. Deep sighs. Prove to your biology that you are safe, and your psychology will follow. The lie of the logical brain is that we can think our way out of anything. The truth is, sometimes we have to feel our way back to safety. Master your physiology, and you will reclaim your mind.